Everyone can have days where their concentration is not at its peak. Whether it's because you've had a long day, are preoccupied with different thoughts, or just not feeling well, there are times when your attention will wander and you won't be able to focus on the task at hand. Instead of letting your work suffer, here are 10 ways to increase your focus and concentration at work so that you can get more done in less time. Plan your day the night before. This one may sound obvious, but many people who have trouble with focus and concentration at work don't take the time to plan their day ahead of time. This can be especially helpful for people who work in corporate environments with set schedules, but other professions can benefit from this as well. Before you go to bed, write down the most important tasks you need to complete the following day and what time you'll need to start working on them. This will allow you to focus on these items during the day, which is especially helpful during busy times when more than one thing needs to get done at once. This can also help you avoid falling into the trap of checking your email too often. Email can be a huge productivity killer, and most people spend at least some part of the day dealing with emails. This can be problematic since your attention will be drawn away from what you need to do. By planning the items you need to accomplish the next day, you won't be tempted to go back and forth between what you need to do and what's in your inbox. Take short breaks. Many people feel as though they need to work constantly throughout the day to get their work done. But in some cases, this can actually be counterproductive, especially if your job requires a lot of mental focus and effort. Instead of trying to focus for long periods of time, it's often better to take short breaks throughout the day. This can help to increase focus and concentration, as well as keep you from getting burned out on your job. These short breaks will help to refresh you and prevent you from getting too mentally fatigued. Practice the Pomodoro technique, a time management system that encourages people to work with the time they have rather than against it. This timing method helps you train your brain to stay on task for short periods of time. Here's how it works. Set your timer for 25 minutes and get to work. When the buzzer sounds, take a 5-minute break. Then, set the timer again and get back to work. Once you've done 4 rounds of this, you can take a longer break, approximately 20 to 30 minutes. Eat a healthy breakfast. This one is especially important if you're prone to skipping meals or eating poorly. When you first start your workday, your blood sugar is naturally low, and this can make it difficult to concentrate. While everyone is different, if you tend to struggle with focus and concentration, it's a good idea to eat a small breakfast to help give you a little boost and prevent you from getting distracted. While a donut or pastry may provide a short-term boost, it's not going to last. A healthy breakfast, however, will provide a more lasting energy boost and keep you from getting distracted during the workday. If you're someone who struggles with focus and concentration, you may want to avoid foods that are high in carbohydrates, as these can make it difficult to stay focused and attentive. Instead, try eating foods that are high in protein and healthy fats. And, for an extra boost, Harvard Medical School says to include a few of these best brain foods in your day. Green, leafy vegetables like kale, spinach, and broccoli. Fatty fish such as salmon. Berries like blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, or blackberries. Walnuts. Tea and coffee for the caffeine, in moderation. Exercise regularly. Not only will exercise help you stay healthy, it can also help you stay focused and concentrated on your work. The reason for this is that regular exercise releases endorphins, which are hormones that make you feel happy and relaxed. This is helpful for people who work in high-stress environments, as it can help to keep you from getting too stressed out and distracted. When you exercise regularly, your body releases chemicals called neurotrophins. These chemicals help your brain to grow and develop, which makes it easier for you to focus and concentrate on your work. Exercise is especially helpful if you have a sedentary job or position where you don't get much movement during the day. Set a SMART goal. If your lack of focus is a result of feeling overwhelmed by a complex project, try breaking it down into smaller parts and plugging the smaller steps into the SMART formula. SMART stands for specific. What exactly needs to be done? Measurable. How will you track your progress? Achievable. Is it realistic? Can it be done by the deadline? Relevant. How does it fit with the overall plan or bigger goal? Timely. When does it need to be done? When you take a large, complex project and break it down into smaller, bite-sized tasks, you can boost your ability to concentrate and focus on specific tasks. That's because you end up with goals that you actually feel like you can accomplish. Set boundaries and stick to them. It's easy to get drawn into other people's issues and problems, especially when you work in a team environment. While it's a good thing to be empathetic towards your coworkers and be willing to help them solve their issues, you need to set boundaries that prevent you from becoming too distracted. If you're someone who tends to get distracted by other people's problems, try to limit the amount of time you spend helping others. Avoid lengthy discussions and try to help people solve their issues quickly so that you can get back to what you need to do. If you work in a team environment with other people, talk with your coworkers about setting boundaries that keep everyone from getting too distracted and help them avoid being drawn into your issues. Avoid multitasking. It may seem like multitasking is a good way to get more done in less time, but in reality, it usually has the opposite effect. When you try to do more than one thing at once, your brain will have a hard time focusing on both tasks at the same time. This can cause you to work more slowly and make more mistakes, which will make it harder for you to get your work done in a timely manner. Research also shows that, in addition to slowing you down, multitasking lowers your IQ. A study at the University of London found that participants who multitasked during cognitive tasks experienced IQ score declines that were similar to what they'd expect if they had smoked marijuana or stayed up all night. When you try to do two things at once, one part of your brain has to focus on each of these items while the other part has to be in charge of coordinating the two tasks. This means that you're not able to give your full attention to either task and will likely not get as much done as you would if you just focused on one thing at a time. Practice mindfulness and meditation. Researchers have used a number of different tests to assess how regular meditation affects people's ability to control their attention. One review of 23 different studies found that in general, people who've been meditating for just a few months perform better on tasks that test their ability to shut out distractions, while longer-term meditators show a markedly improved ability to maintain focus for especially long periods of time. Mindfulness and meditation are two activities that can help you to focus and concentrate on your work better. There are many different kinds of meditation that are designed to help you focus on your work. This can be a great way for you to get into a routine, especially if you have trouble getting started on your work every day. While it can be helpful to focus on one thing at a time, there are also benefits to switching up what you do throughout the day. If you find that you're getting distracted from your work, try switching to another task and then coming back to what you were doing before. Get more sleep. This one may seem like a no-brainer, but not getting enough sleep can make it difficult to focus and concentrate on your work. Getting enough hours of high-quality sleep fosters attention and concentration, which are a prerequisite for most learning. Sleep also supports numerous other aspects of thinking, including memory, problem-solving, creativity, emotional processing, and judgment. You can try keeping a sleep diary to help you figure out how much sleep you need. This will help you to see if you're getting enough sleep each night, and if you're having a hard time focusing and concentrating on your work, it may be because you're not getting enough sleep. While you're looking into ways to increase your focus and concentration at work, it's also a good idea to check your work environment to make sure that it's conducive to getting work done. Make sure that your desk is neat and free from clutter to help you focus. Choose suitable music. A study from the Stanford University School of Medicine, done in 2007, states that music, specifically classical music, can help your brain absorb and interpret new information more easily. The point of having music in the background while you're working is to provide ease and inspiration so you can stay focused at work. Music helps you concentrate by blocking out distracting noise. It acts as a stimulus that engages the brain, which modifies your mood and provides a rhythm that keeps you alert. This serves to make the task at hand more engaging, less dull, and easier to concentrate on. But not all kinds of music are pleasant for everyone, and some are not suited for one's mood. This tip in how to focus at work recommends organizing your music library accordingly. Apart from helping you stay focused at work, no distractions should take place. There's nothing more distracting than suddenly hearing loud, heavy metal screaming after some relaxing jazz music. It's important to note that some attention disorders, such as attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, make focusing difficult. If you feel yourself struggling to stay focused, organized, or on schedule, you may have a type of ADHD, and should schedule an appointment with a healthcare professional who can help determine or rule out a diagnosis. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons if you want to see more. See you next time.